Hello, this is Grant Thomas and thank you for joining me today. I'm going to take you through our installed hot water solution here in readiness for the solar thermal installation that we're having done a little later this year. This video is being recorded in January 2013 ahead of the announcement of the Renewable Heat Incentive that is going live in summer 2013. So what you're looking at now is a 250 litre hot water cylinder that we had installed 2 years ago. It's a twin coil range Tribune cylinder that has two coils, one for heating via a gas boiler and secondly for a solar input from our solar thermal system ready for when it gets installed just before the summer. I wanted to share this with you in case you are planning any hot water improvement or boiler replacement work in the next few months and why we've gone for this kind of solution in readiness for solar. And what you're seeing here is the entirety of the hot water solution. So behind this hot water cylinder, directly behind it, behind those pipes going through that wall, is a Worcester Bosch 30 kilowatt boiler. So we had that installed a couple of years ago as well. And that's it, there are no other tanks. So there's no tanks in the loft, there's no cold water tank, there's no expansion tank. This is it. So we didn't want any water tanks above the bedrooms because you've always got the chance of leaks and all that kind of stuff. And also we replaced what was a very unsafe solution when we moved into this property. That was a water heater with a gas little flame underneath it, if you like, directly outside our kids' bedroom. So we wanted to remove that. And why did we go for this solution? I have used it in a previous house, but with this solution hooked up to a system boiler, you get mains pressure hot water. So as good as your cold water is going into the property is exactly the same pressure you get with the hot water out. But let me just talk you through this install and why we've got it here. We've got this installed inside a kind of box room or utility room just behind our kitchen, and this provides all of the hot water for the property. Like I said, there's a Worcester Bosch boiler the other side of this, so it's always a good idea to situate a hot water cylinder as near as possible to your boiler, because obviously the heat from the boiler goes through the coils and the pipework and then back into the boiler as well. So starting at the top, you've got this funny thing that looks like a gas cylinder on the right hand side. This is actually the replacement for those water tanks in the loft. This is the expansion tank. So as the water inside the tank heats up, it has to expand as water does, and it goes into this cylinder, which actually has just got air inside of it. It's just a kind of overflow. You've got this funny mix of valves here that essentially are just safety valves, stop you getting scalded in the shower. If anything gets too hot or too much pressure, it goes straight out of those valves and through that pipe, and that actually goes outside and safely discharged. Then you've actually got two coils, and I've just printed out from the website the actual picture of what this thing looks like opened up. So the middle coil is directly connected to the gas boiler. So when the gas boiler jumps into life, because there is a thermostat here, so this thermostat says, okay, it's getting too cold in here, I need to burst into life, then the boiler behind this actually runs all of the hot water through that middle coil. Then there is a second coil inside this cylinder right at the bottom, and this is where you hook up your solar thermal. You'll see from the blog that associates this video blog that there is a solution coming along, or an offering from the government, whereby you can install solar thermal from summer 2013 and be paid for everything that you generate. Not only that, you then get the benefit of free hot water all the time the sun is out. So in the summer you should be able to run and fill this entire cylinder without using any gas or any electric. What I've also got here installed in the middle is it comes with an immersion heater. Inside of it we actually uprated this to a more robust immersion, if you like. So last summer we actually used some of our spare electricity capacity, because we have solar PV panels, to actually heat up the hot water by utilising that immersion. So just to take you through what it looks like here and what we actually did when we installed this. So why did we go for a solar cylinder when we didn't have solar? Well, actually we've wired both coils in. So right now we've actually got the boiler going through the bottom coil, which is actually the hot water comes in on the right hand side here. Excuse me, trying to put my finger in front of it. It then goes through that lower coil, comes out there, goes all the way up here, and then into the middle coil, all the way around that, and then out of the exit and back to the boiler. So right now we've put this in and had it plumbed in through both coils, which means that when we're trying to run 2 showers off this in the morning, as regularly happens, this thing can recover, as it's called, or reheat all of that water in an incredibly quick time. So ahead of the solar thermal being installed, all we need to do is just disconnect this bottom coil, because that is exactly where the solar will go in and then come out and go back through all of the pipework back up to the solar panels. So that's it really. I've just got this installed, as I said, for a hot water solution right now that gives us power shower pressure without the need for any motors. It means all of the hot taps inside the property also have a very quick pressure behind them, if you like, as good as the water pressure is coming in. And this is actually situated next to all of our controls that also manage our heating as well, so our central heating. So the two pipes off to the right hand side of the screen is where they go off into the flow and return for our radiators in the property as well. So in summary, if you are considering replacing a boiler, or if you're looking to upgrade your hot water solution or system, you can I would recommend you get a solar coil cylinder in readiness for the solar thermal offering coming in the middle of the year. You don't need to get one this big. This thing's about 5 foot tall. Like I said, it's 250 litres. They come in smaller sizes as well, 160 litres. We're a 5-person family, so the idea is big solution here for the hot water, heat it all up with a decent sized solar thermal solution, and then we can utilise all of that hot water for the bath, for the showers at night, and again the showers in the morning, before it then recharges through the day the next day. This is a video accompaniment to a blog on grantthomas.com all about the Renewable Heat Incentive coming in summer 2013. Any problems or questions, feel free to comment on Twitter. It's @GrantAThomas, obviously via the website at grantthomas.com. Happy to help.